A pair of GuuYebe pliers. They contacted me and they said, would you consider looking at another pair of pliers that we have? And it's in the States, it's in the Amazon in the States, and they sent it to me today. So we're going to look at this today. This is the new pair of pliers they asked me to review. So they just gave me the pliers to review, and they're not paying me to do the review. So we'll open it up here and see what we got here. Our nice little knife here. Wrapped in plastic here. And again, they're wrapped in this tie wrap. So let's take a look at some of the features in the back here. So the plier style nose, it's a wire stripper, it's a cutter, tighten bolts here. It's a new feature on this pliers. Crimping tool and a screw cutter. Lots of screw cutters in here. I'll cut that tie wrap off. Let's take a look at the pliers here. Information card here on YouTube and on the email address and their site. And they have a manual with it. Tells you what it'll all do. All kinds of stuff there. Lots of nice features. Got plier nose style, wire stripper, cutter, universal strip, splitter module. Split your wires here. Wire module to wind your wires. Crimping tool, screw cutter, and then tightening bolts. This is kind of a unique, this one. And do not use on live wires. I like that it comes in a box and not a plastic where you have to struggle with a knife to get your pliers out of the package. So let's look at some of the features of these Electrician pliers here. 8 1/4 inch long here. The handles are riveted on here. Fairly comfortable in the hand. They got this spring loaded here. Little clasp to open and close them here. I like that. It works well. So do not use on live wires here. And let's look at some of the other features. It's got a unique feature here on the side here for bolts. 0.19 and 0.27 inch bolt here on the side. The end of the pliers have nice and thin here. I like that. And they got grooves on it as well as the middle here. You can grab stuff in the middle right here. Another nice feature. They got the stripping feature on the side here. You can strip wires, the outside of the wires, the plastic off the wires. I like the bolt that holds the halves together. It's got 5 different bolt cutters: 1032, 832, 632, 540th, and 440th. It's got you can split the wire here. Your 14-2 wire, you can split it through here. It's got the winding feature here. The winding. It's got the crimper, but there's no numbers on the crimper as the last pair that I tried out as well. There's no numbers. And you can strip stranded wire here. So, and it's lined up. The numbers are lined up with the actual hole. So the last pair that were above the hole. So you get 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 stranded wire. There's a spring in here. Open and close the pliers here. And it's got the cutter too in the middle here. The cutter, cut your wire. Looks like a nice cutter. Let's use this strip feature on the side of the pliers here. Take some of the plastic off the wire here. Number 10 gauge wire. Does a nice job. This is number 10 stranded wire here. That's the biggest one. It will strip. Cut the end off here. Number 10 right here. Cut stranded wire. This is number 18 stranded wire. So we'll use the cutters here to cut this wire to start off with. The cutters. And we use number 18, which is about up here. Cuts it, strips it rather. Let's try, this is strand of wire number 14. This is a telephone wire, so it's number 22. So we're going to try this 22 here, see how it strips her very easily. Makes a nice job. Thin wire, 22 is thin wire. Makes a nice job. Now the other thing, these have these thin ends on there, so you can twist your wires as well. Makes nice loops here. Nice job. So this is number 14, and this is a terminal 16 to 14. We'll put that on here and see how it crimps here. Here's the crimpers, and they got no actual what size to crimp here, but we'll try it right here. There you go. Nice job. So you can split the wire. It's hard to get this 14-2 wire in there. It's very tight fit. But once you get it in, it splits it fairly nice here. And you can use the cutters on the pliers here to cut the sheathing off this 14-2 wire here. So what about winding wires here? So we'll put 3 in here. Just wind them around here. Does a nice job. But it has the bolt cutters, though the most common one is 6/32, 8/32. Now, these do not have threads in them. There's no threads in them, so you can't thread it in. And if you put it in the 6/32 here, it's very tight. It's hard to get in. You're better off to put it in the 8/32 here and just cut it. And we got our safety glasses on. We're going to cut a piece off here to see if it cuts. It cuts it, no problem. But now, will it thread into here now? Because we cut it without unthreading it. So there's no threads in it. Will it go into the... So it does go in there, but does not thread it on the way back out. So that's not uncommon because the Knipex ones have that same feature. They have 6/32, 8/32, and their cutters don't have threads on them. So let's try the 8/32. This is the bolt that holds on your light or holds the plate on for your junction box. If you try 8/32 here, it will not fit in there. It's really snug. So we're going to go to the 10/32, just put it in here. And we're going to try to break this bolt here. I haven't had pliers yet that breaks this bolt. It's a very tough bolt to break. We'll try these. We got our safety glasses on. Not breaking it. not even halfway there. So it won't break those 8/32 bolts for your light or your plate on your junction box. I like the thinness of these jaws. They're very handy grasping things here. And that one right here, grasp bolts here for you, so you can hold them and turn them in and out here. Very nice design here. So on the side here, the side of the pliers, they've got two different, what they call tightening bolts here. This is the smallest bolt I could find that'll work with this one here. And it works fine, but it's a small bolt. Works good though. Today we'll look at the GuuYebe Electrician pliers here. Lots of nice features on these pliers. Starting with the splitter here, that worked good. The winding feature works very well. And nice clasp here to open and close the pliers. They got a nice feature here for the bolts on the side here of the pliers. Nice tip on here. I like the thin tip on here. It grasps things. And even in the middle, you have for grabbing bolts or something. That's a nice feature. It has the on the side you can strip wire. It has the strand of wire 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. You can cut bolts with this as well. All bolts in 10/32, 8/32, 6/32, 6/40, and 4/40. The only problem is that bolts are very tight. You probably have to go up one, and they're not threaded. So when you put them in, they just simply cut it, and they're not threaded. So when you cut the bolt back out, it won't rethread the bolt on the way back out. It's got a decent cutter here. It's got a crimper here. The only thing that I don't like about it is no stamps on here for crimping, what crimp size you have on here. In the back of the pliers as well, there's no writing on the back of the pliers here. But overall, I like these Electrician pliers. Special thanks to Guan, who sent me these pliers to look at and review. So please take a second and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps out my channel. And please share my video and ring that bell to be notified next time I upload a video. I'd like to thank all my current subscribers. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video today, people. Have a great one.